coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound. Appreciate the love. Bam, 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 boom, 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 boom. Appreciate the support. We out here, man. 33 years of prison stories. We rolling, we rolling, we rolling. If y'all are not subscribed, man, shame on you. Boom! You might have to duck the hook if you see me. Still in this good positive energy. Don't cost you nothing to hit that button, man. We on the road to 100K. Let's go. Let's go, TBP. Stand up. Today, man, I want to look at this video Hollywood Trail sent me, man, about documentary about the wall. So I want to take a walk through the wall with y'all and show y'all what it was like, see what I see in this video, explain to y'all what it is that I'm seeing, and hey, we go from there. So let's take a walk there through the wall, man. The walks I took was dangerous, so I don't know how dangerous this is gonna be. So let's see what's happening. That looked like where I came in at. Now that right there, that's the segregation visiting room. When you're in segregation, they put you in there and you have to talk to your people through a glass and on the phone like you might see in movies and stuff like that. That's the segregation visiting room. Fortunately, I did not have to use that visiting room while I was at the wall, but I had to use it a whole lot of times at other prisons. But that's segregation right there. Holding cell. Now you see where they shine that light down that hole. You actually had people try to escape out of that joint. Yeah, like on Shawshank Redemption, you had people trying to get up out of that joint like that. So that's crazy that they got that up in there.
Now entering A block.
Now y'all see what I'm talking about, how high them tiers are and how long that block is. Now that whole wall used to only be phones. There used to be phones on there. Now I also can see like they got gate on the rails. There was no gates on the rails when I was there. All of that was open. It was only one bar and another bar. That's why dudes was going through. Dudes was getting thrown off. Dudes was falling off when they get to rumbling and roll off. It was insane. But they must have put that up there after I left, which is crazy within itself. But you see how high that fourth tier is, man. That thing's sky high. And yeah, I was nervous pervs. Let's go, let's go. Ooh, Lord. Y'all see how big that block is, man? That block's so big. And believe it or not, all the way up top, dudes used to fish. used to throw a line, and when we locked in, you could throw a line all the way down there with something tied onto it. Somebody would grab it, fish it in, tie something to it, and you could pull it all the way back up to your cell, and you didn't need a CO. And that's crazy, man. That's crazy. This don't bring back so many memories. Just looking at this stuff is crazy about how big this block was. And all of those windows that you see out there, I think I was in C block. So outside of my window, I could see the people walking up and down the streets out there in Richmond. So it was crazy. It was like torture because you that close to freedom, but you couldn't actually reach it. So it just was insane, man. Man, the world was different. And if y'all ain't noticed, just like I told y'all in the videos, if y'all haven't noticed throughout this entire video thus far, y'all see that the birds are chirping, 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 chirping. Birds was inside the prison, man. They could, you know, poop on you. They still in there because you can hear them in there. They got nests in there. They got homes in there. You walk outside your cell, birds is flying around. Now you gonna see in this video probably if they go inside a cell, you gonna see how small these cells actually really were. All right, let's get back to it. Birds everywhere. So hold the cell there. That's how you get outside the block. That long way right there look like that's the way to the visiting room. That's the big wall. That's why they call it the wall right there. Yeah, that look like the entrance to the visiting room right there. Gun towers. Let me stop that right there. Y'all see that? That's the mighty Bethlehems. Look at that. Man, you got, man, they make the Bethlehem out of anything. You got scissors, or one piece of a scissor, sharp. That long joint, that's a rod off of the fence. Then you got other pieces. I see some look like a key. You got somebody that got a screwdriver from the maintenance man where they probably locked the whole compound down looking for it and couldn't find it. And you know, yeah, it's somebody's in somebody's cell ready to be plunged into your chest. Oh Lord. Yeah, that's them Bethlehems right there. Beware the Bethlehem. Let's see what's going on with this stuff, man. Ooh. Ooh, imagine one of them going in your body forcefully. That little 22 there, that was a little 22. God almighty. It's that old rusty steel. See how that, you see how that screwdriver them been chopping to a point? See how them scissors is? The death row, I ain't never been there. They ain't want to go there. Oh, look.
Good ended. electric chair. That's right.
Now maybe it's just me, man. Y'all notice how clean death row is? Y'all see how clean that is? The floors is marble shine, everything look in order versus, you know, where you just saw on the infrastructure where we be at in population. You see how all the cells is nice and painted, fresh paint. They don't play with them dudes because they know them dudes ain't gonna play with them. But us, man, we get the bottom of the barrel, man. We get everything molded, decrepit, and man, it's crazy. Death row shining like new money. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, a lot of this stuff I ain't never seen on the outside because we not afforded that type of, you know, to be able to be around that type of stuff. That right there look like it's going to the yard. Yeah, that's the yard right there. Yeah, that's where it go down at. Yeah. Over there should be the bleachers or somewhere. The move steel, yeah, concrete bleachers. And they had the boxing ring down at the bottom. Where I get that work in. But they ain't show that. They got the boxing ring in there though. It should be right at the bottom of the stairs when I was there.
Which area are we in now?
This is the main mess hall. Holding capacity of 2,000 men. They're all brought in here at one time. The gates are closed. We got about 20 guards in here and 4 men up in the towers, in the back and in the front, in case of riots. They're brought in on single file and seated in single file. No seats over admitted. So everybody's seats eats, and then when everybody's finished eating, then they file out, single file out of the building. Where they showed movies on the weekends, and they had Christmas plays and Thanksgiving plays that the inmates performed down here, different types of plays. If he called for a female role, they would dress the prisoner up in female clothing and you let him play the part. But it was entertainment for the troops. This is the death row in cells here.
It was more like entertainment for them, you know. Yeah, it's more entertainment for them. You see how he had to throw it in there. If it called for a female role, the inmate to dress up like a female, you know, that's entertainment for them, you know. But it's crazy, man.
Cells here. This is where all death row inmates were kept. Over here to your far left is the last cell that was occupied by Giordano. They have a prisoner that's in the penitentiary now named Snyder.
That inmate that he talking about, Giordano, he out here now working as a paralegal for a senator. And he's very sharp with the law, but I know him as well.
Roanoke has a record of being in death row longer than any inmate in the United States. He was here 14 years. And his sentence was commuted to life and put out in the population. But each cell was locked with a key and then had a chain padlock put on it. And they were brought out to shower. It's the only time they came out for a little exercise here in the middle of the yard, one at a time. There was no more than one inmate let out at a time. When it was time to be executed, they come in and got them and took them down the hallway through the back. This is death row itself. As you can see, the electric chair sitting in front of us on this little wooden platform. Man was strapped in. There was a bar that came over with a piece that fit on top of his head. The cabinet guards could stand over here in this window and see when they gave him the signal to pull the switch. And when they were prepared, they pulled the switch and executed the man. It takes anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to die in the electric chair.
Brutal. That's brutal, man. So you talking 10 to 15 minutes of someone suffering and you watching. To me, that's barbaric, man. That's barbaric. For you to even watch it is barbaric, man. It's crazy. And yeah, when they used to have death row, man, and they used to have person executed, man, in prison, they'd lock us down because they were scared the dudes was gonna rap because we acknowledged it for what it was, barbaric, man. It was just crazy. So that's insane right there, man. You know, yeah, that's insane.
These curtains are closed here until the execution begins. And once it starts, they open the curtains up. This is the main recreation area for all the inmates. They're allowed to come out here and hang out
yard.
And on the weekends. They have weightlifting rooms out here. They have a boxing stadium. They have a basketball court.
Where they?
Softball court. They had outside teams that come in here, civilians come in here to box inmates, and they had inmates come from the State Farm.
Yeah.
Prisons that come in here on the weekends.
That's the boxing ring right there. That used to be the boxing ring. And you how they say that you bring them dudes in there to fight and get tore off. Yeah, that's the whole boxing ring right there, and took the whole ring down. That's crazy. That's where it used to go down at. That's where dudes used to get it in, you know. Yeah. Big old Sam, the Rock. Yeah, and Sam owned this prison. Yeah, he was the king on this hill right here.
And then put on boxing exhibitions. Corner's opened up by a guard here above us. And work behind that wall is a wood shop. They made all the furniture for the state of Virginia, for all the institutions. And all the office furniture went into
slave wages. That was slave wages, man. They was making all of that stuff, man, and they was selling some of that stuff to colleges. You know, the tables, the wood chairs, the desks, all of that stuff, man. Slave wages, man. Slave wages. Y'all see how tall that wall is? That wall real tall, man. And you used to have dudes walking around there with them guns on you at all times. You know, crazy, man. This bring back a lot of memories. That's that big old yard Sam used to jog that yard, man.
Office and so forth and so on. And it was workable until they closed down the prison. All right, this is the receiving unit here. Every inmate that's incarcerated in the state of Virginia, when he comes to the penitentiary, comes here. And he's kept in this unit right here for 30 days, isolation from everybody. He never leaves this building for at least a month. Whereas he's checked for diseases and reclassified as to where they're going to put him, whether they're going to leave him in a penitentiary or send him out to the farm or one of the 32 road camps that they have in the state. But it's mandatory that he comes in here to be classified before he goes anywhere, after he comes out of the city jail. This is the B-cell block. House is about 1,200 to 1,400 men. It's got two sides to it. You only see one side of it. The guard stayed down in the lower end of the cage. He had one guard walking the floor, but he walked all the tiers from one end to the other. 24 hours a day on the weekends, and then 16 hours a day during the week. All the men are out here in the shops working during the day.
Y'all see that? That's how small the cells are. They that small. You can see that. That's how little they is. If you put your arms out, and I ain't that tall. Tall enough, but not that tall where I could almost touch the walls. That's how small these cells was, man. We was packed in like sardines. And dudes used to draw on the wall and paint their wall and make murals and do all types of things on their wall just to try to make it feel, somewhat comfortable to them. Man. That's what they tell you to the penitentiary. Come on in. In the classroom there. That's why I told y'all that video happened where I told y'all about the dude that but a whole lot of that went on this joint. That's the gun tower. I ain't never been up that high, but I've been seeing it many times. The bleachers. Look at that. Right outside the wall is life. It's life. It's freedom. They have no idea what's going on inside here like we have no idea what's going on outside there. Oh, that must be it. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's how it was, man. That's, you know, at least y'all can get a visual of some type of the infrastructure, what I was trying to explain to y'all. How crazy it is in there, man. How high them tiers is. And you got to imagine. When I was in there, they didn't have them graded cages on the bars. It was just bars. Dudes used to jump from tier to tier, man, and climb them jumps like spider monkeys. And some dudes would fall. Some dudes would get the rumbling and they'll roll off the tier. First, second, third, you know, dudes get thrown off the tier. I told y'all about how Sam, you know, tossed a dude up off of there. That place right there was a very, very dangerous place, man. As y'all can see the little corridors and the little small darkened places and stuff. These are places that we had to go, you know, through and fro to get from where we was going. And yeah, them police weren't walking on there. So you see how many people in there. You know, like he said, 1,200, and all of these people is moving around, and it ain't no police on there. So that's why so much stuff went down. You see all them knives in Bethlehem they found, you know, when the prison closed down. They had a whole box of them, and then they had some on the floor. That's because everybody had one. And everybody probably couldn't get rid of it before they, you know, end up getting transferred and they shut the prison down. So they probably found them in different little hiding spots and stuff like that when they was able to more thoroughly search the prison. But man, yeah, that wall was different, man. It was vicious, you know, real vicious, man. And yeah, just looking at that stuff, man, gives me so many memories about, you know, being in there and the ambiance of how crazy it was, how wild it was, and how dangerous it was, man. And that was a home of Sam, man. Sam ran that joint, man. Bo Billy, home of Bo. You know, those are the places where they cut their teeth, where their legend was made right there, you know. And you know how they say out here on the street, you know, they say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. Well, if you can make it in the wall, you can make it anywhere. And these cats came through there, man, when they was young. They came through there, you know, green and hungry and just vicious and just had their heart, you know, that lion heart, and which, you know, made them into who they were. And their names ring bells in penitentiary and probably gonna ring bells as long as prison is open in Virginia. You know, even though they closed down the wall, you know, because of the violence and because of, you know, the things that was going on in there. But those names that was made in that wall will be forever, you know, Virginia prison legends, man. You know, so it was crazy, man, just taking a walk through there. I'm trying to absorb all this stuff in my mind now, man. Just seeing that stuff just takes me back You know, and I can remember them small little cramped cells and then the bars. So y'all see how small the cells were versus where the toilet is right there, and then, you know, your head is right there. It's just so small. You know, we had a locker. They added a locker up in there, put the locker up in there when I was there, you know, where I had seen the big old rat up there hissing at me. So that's the ambiance. But you see how high those tiers are. You know how dangerous that is. You seen the floor. You seen the concrete floor. If you fall, man, that's it. That's it. Even if you don't die, you breaking a lot of stuff, you know. So, man, yeah, just looking at that, man, just takes me back. And you got dudes who escaped out of there, man. You remember the video I told y'all about on Mecklenburg with Tink and the white dude, Jesse, man, Jesse Pritchard, the one that got, you know, Tink hit up and almost killed. I think Jesse was one that successfully escaped from there. You know, if I remember correctly, I think Jesse successfully escaped from there by going in the bathroom and changing his clothes and going out and shaving his beard off and walking out as a woman. And they let him walk right out the visiting room door. And he got gone for a minute, you know what I'm saying, before they caught him. Then you had dudes try to escape through the trash truck and jumped in there with the trash at and almost got smashed with the compressor. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's just a lot of memories about that wall, even though I was just there a short time. Because, like I say, the ambiance of it, the dangerousness of it, the people that was in it, you know, the convicts, they were real. They was about that life. And, you know, this was a initiation like no other when you go to the wall as like your first stop from receiving. You gonna know what the penitentiary is about. You gonna know what the danger is about just from being in there. Opposed to now these dudes coming into prison and they going to road camps, or they going to these prisons where these dudes ain't built like that, and then they get to another prison where they built like that, they stuck like a deer in headlights. They don't know how to react, they don't know how to respond, they don't know what to do. Because they thinking that this is how prison is. No, prison is always dangerous. Prison is always dangerous, man, because you in a foreign land and you got foreign rules and you have to learn this stuff as soon as possible. So the wall was a great initiation for all of that, man, because anything that happens in the prison, in the penitentiary, doesn't happen in the wall 100 times over, if not 1,000 times over, you know. Legends came up out of that joint, man. Legends, man. Legends came up out of that joint, you know. So, you know, salute to that, man, to the wall. But at least I can give y'all somewhat of a visual, so when I was telling these stories about the wall, y'all understand and see what I was seeing and understand what I was saying. As you seen the wall lined up, that was all of the phones right there. When I told y'all about the dude getting killed right there, that was right there on that main floor. And you see how long that tier was. The police had to come in through the end, and they ain't come in. They let the man lay there in there until everybody was locked up in them cells, you know. All that stuff that I told y'all about the wall, they happened in a block just like that, because the blocks are all the same. I think I was in C block. They showed A block and B block. They never showed C block, but it looks the same. Only difference I think in C block, our stairs was at the back. When A block, it looked like when you came in, the way, I don't know, it might have been the angle of the camera that the stairs was right there. The stairs was in the back in C block. And also that danger was in the back. When you try to go up them stairs or come down them stairs, you don't know what might be waiting for you, man. But yeah, I'm just glad I got to show y'all that. Any questions y'all want to know about it, y'all ask me and I'll fill in the blanks. But I'm still reeling in my head right now from looking at that. That's just crazy. But salute to everybody out there, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Let's hit that subscribe button, man. Let's like. Y'all hit me in the comments. Talk to me. I talk back. Holler at me, man. Let's talk about this wall. And any questions y'all want to ask me, let me know. I'll holler back at you. In the meantime, man, y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. We out here 2023. Let's go get them, y'all. 100K. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Duck them hooks out there in 2023, man. Big love, man. TBP Nation, man. We out here.
The banking special. Yeah. Pure deliciousness. Pure deliciousness, man. My name is
coming out here after 30 years, yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.